Welcome back to the channel. I just came back from my run and today I am doing a fast. So this is usually something that I'm doing when I'm feeling like it, when I need to detox, when I need some time away from food. I love to do fasting, and today I'm going to share with you other wellness practices you can implement in your routine to really feel amazing and really get ahead in your life. And on this healing and self-development journey, we need certain practices to really help our body shift and really let go of these emotions, this density that we're holding. We need to support our physical vessel at the same time. So this journey is really about healing on all four levels, which is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And for me, I personally really need to focus on these four, and I have been focusing on these four bodies since I started doing my healing journey and really got into holistic healing and wellness. And so my journey has been all about really getting back into these wellness practices. So today I'm going to share with you wellness practices that you can incorporate that will allow you to feel amazing and also shift really fast. Okay, so the first one that I want to talk about, the first practice that I would say that I implemented to really allow me to shift fast on my journey. And these are just all wellness practices that I've incorporated into my own life and that you can do as well, not just for the summer, but you can use these practices going forward and incorporating them all year round. So the first one is matcha over coffee. So caffeine is not good for you, and I've stopped drinking caffeine and consuming so much, stimulants. And for me, caffeine, specifically coffee, is a bit too strong. So I opted for matcha instead of coffee. So I'm back drinking my matcha, which is something that I would recommend if you want to switch up and drink something more something lighter that doesn't give you that anxiety and also allows you to feel more focused and giving you that boost, and rather than making you feel anxious and jittery, because I find that coffee is too strong for me. So I've opted to drink matcha instead of coffee. So I really recommend you switching up to trying matcha and seeing if it works for you too. The second wellness practice that I incorporated was fasting. Fasting has helped me so much regain focus, regain clarity, really detox my body. And sometimes your body will need to really go into not having anything inside, because it does stress out your stomach, it does stress out your liver, constantly having to, digest all this food. So giving yourself a break from food is so important. I, for myself, have been fasting for a long time since I started doing, all these wellness practices. It has really helped me to really reconnect back with myself and actually without clogging my body with food and really feeling weighed down. So I love, just having my days where I'm fasting and where I'm only drinking like a juice in the morning or a smoothie, and then the whole day I'm not eating anything, I'm not consuming anything until dinner, where I just make like a really nice healthy organic meal. And that would be my schedule for fasting. And that's kind of something I've been practicing for a long time now, and I really recommend this practice in order to really regain clarity and really allow yourself to refocus on yourself and just give your body the break it needs from food. There's so many benefits to fasting, and I can't mention them all here, but for me it's been really great to consume less, especially in the summer when it's really hot. I find that it's easy to do fasts once in a while, And for me, I've gotten into this pattern of, because I'm like working from home and I'm home a lot, where I'm just like eating random food where I just like, I don't even need to eat it. Like I don't even feel like, it's more like kind of like an emotional thing, or it's almost like I'm bored and I just want to eat something nice, some nice food. And especially when you're going through healing, you're gonna want to consume like all of this junk, because I have cravings all the time, and I had to work with that, especially in my feminine healing journey, where this emotional craving that you're gonna have, or that you may have, is actually coming from an emotional place rather than, you know, something that your body needs, some kind of nourishment, and you're eating just to fill yourself. And actually that's something that I have seen myself get into, and I've never experienced this in my life where I'm eating and consuming because of emotions. But especially when you're, you know, going through like intense inner healing, you're gonna feel like you want to eat all this stuff because it's emotional. So don't deny yourself what you are craving, but also understand that some of these things that you're eating may not even be actually necessary what your body needs. It just might be emotional stuff. So fasting, giving yourself that detox from food, also creates self-discipline, and you actually will feel so much better after you fasted a whole day. So I really suggest trying it out and seeing how it works for you. Okay, so the third thing is juices. And juices is a wellness practice that I incorporate basically just like with my fasting. So this is a wellness practice that I love doing when I'm fasting, or when I need to actually be detoxing my body, because part of it is actually also detoxing your body to get rid of all these toxins that we build up. And our environment is full of toxins and things that we consume, things in the air. We are constantly bombarded with toxins, and one of the things that allows you to really cleanse yourself and help your liver is doing fasting or doing juicing to really cleanse. One of the juices that I love is celery juice, and you can mix that with anything else of your choice. I like pineapple or something sweeter to get rid of the bitter taste, so maybe an apple, or you can just do plain celery juice. I love doing celery juice in the morning. So usually to start your juice schedule, to start your juice practice, I would recommend doing a lemon water in the morning and then doing the celery juice, and make sure that you are freshly pressing the juice right there. So get yourself a juicer and juice the juice in the morning, and then have it for yourself for the rest of the day. You can just drink celery juice, or you can do something where you just drink one juice in the morning and then do a fast the whole day. So I love juices, and I have a juicer where I just juice my juices in the morning, and that is what I love, and it really helps me detox my body as well. And this is something that I've definitely have seen the results of by constantly consuming really good juices. And really it has helped me regain clarity, because like I said, we have so many toxins in the environment that are so bad for our body. And so I really love really doing a once in a while, doing a detox. And the way I do it is I do it through juices, and then I do the fasting as well. So number 4 is getting enough sun. And the sun is so amazing because the sun actually has codes that it can send to us through our DNA and activate us. So the sun is very activating, and it has vitamins that you need. It's a life force energy that we need. And so I recommend getting at least 30 minutes of sun a day in the morning, or whenever the sun is out. I like to do my walk in the morning, and morning as in not really early, but around 11, and then the sun peaks at 12. I like to get my sun around that time, and then the rest of the day I have my other things I need to get done. But the sun is really great in the morning to really get yourself moving, get yourself balanced in a good energy. So I recommend 30 minutes a day. And if you, and also no sunscreen or anything like that, any of those toxic sunscreens. If you're going for more than 40 minutes a day in the sun, you can put on a non-toxic sunscreen on if you're out in the sun all day. I don't believe in smearing myself in sunscreen just because I'm out for less than an hour in the sun, because that blocks everything and I need to get my sun. And so I don't recommend doing the whole sunblock thing. You can put it on, but make sure it's clean if you're out in the sun all day. So number 5 is exercise, light walking, light exercise. I love to really get my steps in, like I said, in the morning. In the morning is really great to get yourself going, get your body going. And this is really great to get that little bit of exercise. So make sure you're getting out in nature, go out, get your exercise. Because I love, you know, being out in nature. I have to be out in nature, and that really grounds me, that allows me to get that really good boost of energy. And I really recommend doing, you know, walking or doing some kind of light exercise. And, you know, this doesn't have to be a lot. For myself, I love Pilates, I love yoga. I've been doing light weights, and so I love, you know, Pilates has been my thing this summer. It's like a Pilates summer for me, so I've really been loving the Pilates. So make sure you're getting out and getting your light exercise to really shift yourself mentally and get yourself in a really good shape as well, because your body needs to move, your body needs to have good exercise and good food as well. That's a good combination to incorporate. So number 6 is meditation, and meditation is not hard. A lot of people find meditation very hard. There isn't any rules for meditation. It's basically just sitting and being still with yourself and really focusing on observing yourself. So for me, meditation is really easy now. I can meditate just by, you know, being in my car driving. And a lot of it is to do really refocusing. And a lot of us can't focus because we haven't been, you know, because our shadow body, our ego always takes over our being. And so our mind is going like 100 kilometers per hour, and we're in this monkey mind. And so when you do a lot more of your shadow work, your shadow healing on yourself, you will really realize that meditation is really easy and you can just connect with yourself really easily. The reason we have such a hard time meditating is because of the shadow body, because we're still living in that ego mind. And, you know, once you get more into, once you do a lot of the shadow work and the ego work, your whole life becomes a meditation, because you can access these states of peace and harmony and calmness throughout your day. So it becomes just like a meditation. But my tip for you, if you're starting meditation, if you want to start meditation, this is really great, because you need to focus your attention on what you're trying to do, right? And meditation will allow you to gain that focus and really, instead of your shadow and your ego leading you, you can reconnect back with your higher self. And that will allow you then to really, you know, focus in on your higher self guidance, be connected to that, rather than having that ego coming in and trying to lead your life from that place of fear and lower emotions. So my advice is, if you're starting, then start in nature, really where it's quiet, and in a quiet spot, sit on the ground and really connect with yourself in that way, because nature calms your nervous system, and being in a calm environment without the distractions, the noise, is the best thing to really get into that meditative state. So number 7 is journal. So journaling has become the biggest practice for me in terms of really healing and getting ahead in my self-improvement, in my healing journey. It has been something that I need to do all the time now. And I haven't gone a month without journaling in 3 years, because it's been so therapeutic for me. And I really recommend doing the journaling, doing journal practices. And you know, it's helped me so much get through these deeper emotions within myself that I needed to face, and so I get them out in the journal. So make sure you are journaling, make sure you are, you know, expressing your emotions in the journal, that you can really connect with yourself as well in that way, because journaling is a great way to get through these emotions and come out the other side. So it is a really therapeutic practice, and I do recommend getting into it if you haven't already. Okay, so number 8 is consume wisely. So what do I mean by that? So consuming content very wisely here on YouTube or anywhere else that you're consuming content, because it can really distract you from your own bigger goal, your own bigger vision, your own self-development, your own healing, your own ascension, your own spiritual journey that you're on. It can really be distracting. And for me, I've had to cut this down because I get into these patterns where I'm really like I am watching too many things, and they actually throw me off of my own reality and really the connection that I have with myself. So, you know, consuming other people's content is great for inspiration, but sometimes we can actually, you know, it can actually hinder us. It can be quite toxic. So make sure that you are focusing your attention on yourself, on your own reality, creating your own reality, and really, you know, asking yourself how you feel after you consume certain content or listening to certain people. And, you know, we really want to minimize, you know, this feeling of, you know, I'm too plugged into other people's world, other people's reality, and I'm really, the energy is not in my own reality, the energy is not on my own life. And so we need to realize that, like, if you're focusing on other people's lives, whether that's on Instagram, on and wherever, you're not putting that energy into your own life, into your own day-to-day life. You're actually externalizing the energy, and you know, that is maybe why you get stuck where you know, you get distracted. And so we really want to refocus, and it doesn't mean you're not consuming other people's content or getting inspiration, or because I love to get inspired, I love help from other people in terms of you know, hearing their journey and then applying that to my journey, because you know, through my journey I had to really get, you know, help from other people who have gotten ahead of me or that were ahead of me, and that has helped me so much on my journey. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't consume or get the self-help that you need. I'm more talking about, you know, really like getting plugged into people's day-to-day lives, and you know, that can be very toxic. So I'm more referring to that, because we can then get so distracted with consuming content that's not, you know, really getting us anywhere. We need to be focusing on our own life. So consume wisely. So number 9 is treat yourself. So that means, you know, treating yourself to good organic food, and treating yourself in general to anything that brings you joy and fills you with that energy of abundance. Because, you know, treating yourself to good organic food, choosing better and higher quality for yourself, actually rewires your nervous system, and you know, by getting you out of that comfort zone into the next level. So if you're constantly, you know, like if you're stuck in that limitation and that scarcity, you're going to be choosing that, and that is your nervous system wired for scarcity and lack. So if you choose better for yourself, higher quality, and treating yourself, that rewires your nervous system. So this could be, you know, choosing better quality food for yourself. And you know, for me, it's organic food that is vibrating at a higher vibration, a higher frequency. And this is really a form of self-love. And I believe, you know, really treating yourself to things that make you feel really good and abundant versus that scarcity, because we have that blueprint of scarcity, and that is wired in the nervous system. And so in order to rewire, we get out of that comfort zone and we do things that are not normal to us, and we make those things normal. That's how it rewires your nervous system, and actually allows you then to receive more and hold more of those things that, you know, were not normal to you, or those things that are higher quality. So So just choose for yourself better quality, and this doesn't mean materialistically. This means just things that make you feel abundant. Maybe taking a class, maybe, you know, doing like choosing organic groceries, and things that are just have the higher vibration that make you feel good. And number 10, the last thing is that don't be afraid to be alone. Alone is better than being around people who generally don't care about you. And, you know, being alone is something that actually is great when you're on this healing journey. And you're going to be called to be more alone, because being alone will allow you less distractions and really reconnect deeper with yourself. So being alone actually really shifts you faster, because you're not consuming other people's energies. You're not around all these people that you know, may not be good for you. And narrowing down your people who you share your energy with is important. Having those energetic boundaries is really important. So, you know, I really, on my journey, I had to do that. I had to put up energetic boundaries, and really not allowing anyone to cross those boundaries, and really having my set rules. And, you know, really like spending time alone and being alone will allow you to really then reconnect, like I said, deeper with yourself and with your spirituality. And, you know, people who really want the best for you will hold space for your healing and your evolution, and will actually expand you rather than, you know, make you feel like guilty, or, you know, will contract you. So you're going to know who is good for you when you feel good around them, when your energy is uplifted after you spend time with them. So the best way to shift on your healing journey, and this is a wellness practice, because, you know, setting boundaries is really a wellness practice and an act of self-love, and really, you know, being in the right environment, getting rid of toxic influences is part of really energetic wellness. And, you know, making sure that you are getting rid of these toxic influences, whether that's people, whether that's food, and all of this will allow you then to get ahead. And this is really what allowed me, honestly, like all of these practices to to shift really fast, and to help me to really shift really fast in my journey, and help me with my healing journey and my spiritual process. All of these things that I personally have applied in my life, and there's so much more. There's so many more things that I can share, but I'm not going to share all of it today. But yeah, these are all the things that I have applied in my own personal life, and I hope that you can apply these wellness practices in your own life and your own healing journey. Thank you so much for listening today and being here. If you love this video, if it resonated with you, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about it, and if you're going to apply any of these practices in your own life, or if you're already doing them. And I send you lots of love, and I hope to see you in the next video.